Yeah, now we are starting with the panel discussion, and for the panel discussion we are having a topic is smart manufacturing, export opportunities, new trade agreements, finance, global competitiveness in the era of Industry 5.0 and skill development. I would like to request the panelists to please come on stage.
So friends, good evening and very warm welcome to our distinguished industry leaders, innovators and policymakers, bankers. Today's topic we are discussing is manufacturing and export ecosystem, which is basically witnessing a rapid transformation driven by automation, smart technology, new global trade opportunities, and increasingly competitive international environment. In this evolving landscape, collaboration between industry, academia, government, and financial institutions become more important than ever. The purpose of the today's panel discussion is to bring together sharp minds who are shaping the future of the manufacturing through innovation, technology adoption, policy support, and global market readiness. Throughout this session, we will explore the practical solutions, new opportunities, and real experience that can empower MSMEs and mid-sized industries to scale the innovation and compete globally. We have excellent lineup of speakers and panelists who will share their knowledge and their thoughts. So, starting with this panel discussion, I will request all the panelists to give their introduction one by one, and then we will move ahead for the questions.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. I am Ajay Bhattnagar. I am business head for Meenakshi Metal Forms, which is around 250 crores company. We are dealing with heavy sheet metal, which ranges from 2 to 3 mm up to 250 mm, what we have already observed. Apart from that, I am also with D.Y. Patil B School as a expert for the industry point of view. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Myself, Shailendra. I am General Manager and Zonal Lead Bank of Baroda. I am looking this Maharashtra and Goa, except Mumbai. So, in my jurisdiction, approx 542 branches and business of PUNE zone approx 1,30,000 crores. And we have a huge presence of 542 branches, essential branches, mid corporate. So, I think this Pune zone is one of the biggest zone in the bank of
Hello everyone, I am Amit Gaisas. We are a group of companies working in a variety of fields. So, in electronics we work in supply side controlling, monitoring, relays and administration systems under the brand Minilec. And in mechanical engineering side, we manufacture paint shops, powder painting guns, metal handling systems, automated storages, and air handling systems under brands Catfield and Intech. So there are 3 brands and these lines that we work in. Along with this, I am on the board of Janata Sahkari Bank Pune, and currently also heading Lahu Udyog Bharati for state of Maharashtra.
Good evening. This is Chandrakant Dangle from ZF Steering Gear India Limited. We are the pioneers of introducing integral hydraulic power steering gear in India, and this was way back in 1986. We are a 500 crore plus company and doing business with maybe 13 OEMs in India, and we are marching towards Industry 4. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the introduction. And please give a big round of applause to all these expert panelists. So basically, we have seen there are a lot of things are happening into the micro to small, small to medium, and medium to large. Government has also extended the definition of the MSMEs up to 500 crore. And we see basically some sort of a stagnation into the industry. They do the turnover for 5 to 10 crore or 25 crore very easily. But beyond that point, when they grow, they are got some sort of a limitations. But now basically you are exporting into the metal and precision engineering making. and what are the you give the very valuable insights. In your views, what improvements you have seen or observed when companies adopt the automation or digital QC systems and process automation tools?
We have a lot of automation or CNC machines like CNC laser cutting machines, CNC bending machines, shearing, punching. In laser cutting also we have CO2 category and we have fiber machines. We have a plasma and oxy-fuel which is part of automation. So I can cut even from 3 mm steel of any kind up to 250 mm steel of any kind. And we have cut it practically. Apart from this, we are, as per our export customers, we are going for robotic material handling and robotic welding because some of the customer requirements that we want robotic welding. So this is one part. We have many softwares for designing point of view, many software for programming of different machines, which is including plasma and fiber laser. And we have centralized ERP system which is customized to us. So we are tracking from raw material up to the dispatch. So this is what we are in the automation. And in our second plant, we have many new machines. Our basic fundamental is that we buy latest technology, new machines, and we take the capacity even as per advance as per the current situation. So I bought some machine maybe 5 or 6 years back, which is bending machine of 2000 tons and 12.3 meters bed size, which is not in any of the factory in India. So that work may be not coming to me in next 2-3 years, but I am sure any work either it is coming to any client to me or any client is going to some other supplier, but they are bound to come to me for this specific job because I have that particular machine. So this is the concept. We invest as per the new automation and we take the full advantage of the local business as well as the export, and fortunately we have very good plans.
So what will be your suggestion basically to small industries, how they should adopt this technology and what level they should go?
Sir, for the small business houses, suppose that turnover is around 10 crores or 15 crores. I know there is a issue of the funding for the big amount. So maybe they can go with the, for finance point of view, some tele printing or maybe some ERP which is cloud based. So they are not buying the software but they are giving the rental part of the ERP system and they are tracking. So these are some of the fundamental. Otherwise, before investing too much, they must have the thought process for investing.
So I'll come to the Dange sir. Sir, we have smart manufacturing technologies has adopted in ZF India, implemented, and how they have improved production and quality in the Indian context basically.
Yeah, as I said, we are on the journey to Industry 4 and we are learning a lot about this and basic things which are required by smart manufacturing is the traceability, then OEE improvement and various other things. So connected factory is the requirement of the day and we need to fulfill it. If you want to become a smart manufacturer, your machines should talk to the operator should talk to the machines, and it is possible to collect all the data and you become a data-driven company. Your decision should be database, not saying that it is my gut feeling. Gut is 25 feet long and it has many sensors, but perhaps those sensors are for different work. We should collect data, we should interact with the data, we should analyze the data and take decisions. This is the requirement of smart manufacturing. And we are very happy that we are on this journey and learning every day something new on that.
So you mean to say companies should adopt the digital technology step by step and do the data analysis of all these things?
There is only one step.
Okay.
The one step is standardization.
Yeah.
Now this standardization comes from learning 5S and not 5S for the for your laboratory or for your restrooms where there is a chart. Somebody comes and signs it there and his 5S job is done. No, that is not 5S. 5S is required to be injected in your blood. And that type of 5S, the entire country of Japan is strong enough because they have very good understanding of 5S. I think we should learn to do that. Then we should have Kaizens, we should have lean manufacturing, we should have all these processes, and we should standardize ourselves on the work. Then we have stabilization phase. We should stabilize on this, we should learn from this, we should fill the gaps, we should analyze. After analyzing this session, then we should digitize all your processes. If all these processes are standardizing, we are going to inject electronics into your machines. You can rework. There are gateways to make your old machines to become digitized machines. They give feedback to you. They collect data and they send the data, and the data is live. If this data is live, then it is possible for us to take decisions very quickly. And then you should introduce automation. When and that is the dream of everybody, that I should have a dark factory. Yeah, everything is going very fine, and I am sitting at home, and my products are sold and I am leading the my product line. This will happen only when we have standardization, and standardization is going back to the basics. Yeah. So this is the requirement, and if this requirement is fulfilled, you become really you enjoy the business. Yeah. And one more point, because since last 1.5 hours I was listening to money, money, money and money, but we have another screen here, and that screen is talking about trillions, not lakhs, not crores. It is talking about trillions. And these trillions, if we want to really make some trillion to come to you, to Maharashtra, we are 0.5 trillion, Maharashtra is having 0.5 trillion GDP. If we want to grow, and that is the dream of our Chief Minister, that we should become 1 trillion. So if we want to do that, let us go back to these basics, come very fast, and that once your fundamental is very clear, then digitization is very simple. Yeah, because digitization requires discipline.
See, very well said actually from your side, sir. So I'll come to Mr. Ghesas. Mr. Ghesas, we have in multiple businesses, and you are also very active on organization fronts also. I wanted to understand from your side, could you share some major transformations driven by smart technologies, the challenges faced, and what are the outcomes you achieved in your businesses?
Firstly, Mr. Dange put it point blank on what needs to be done.
Yeah.
But I would also like to diversify a bit here. Amongst the SME sector today, we have companies which are dealing in products, we have companies which are tier 1, tier 2 suppliers of OEMs, or we have companies like ZF who have their own product, but they are still dealing with a smaller number of clientele. And then there are companies which may have a turnover of not even 50 crores, but dealing with 5,000 customers on their own. So for all of these, the digitization or the data management needs to be of a different kind. So in my own case, for my product companies, I have a couple of product companies and a couple of project companies. So for the project companies, the data that I actually utilize more often or need to have a control of, even with digital intervention, is about the customer behavior and my product at customer end, instead of the manufacturing process itself. I mean, the manufacturing process needs automation with regards to machinery, CNC fabrication, as well as CNC machining kind of machinery. But along with that, what is more probably important is in a project business is how my product is functioning at the customer end, the whole project itself. So there, the digitization that we have actually utilized is GSM-based technology for our control panels out there, so that service support becomes a lot easier, because we export to 43 countries today. So supporting physically at every location is what we used to do earlier and wait for visas for months together. Now it can be done digitally, and we do it right sitting here in office. For the product manufacturing companies where we manufacture in volumes, that's where the machine, the processes were digitized, the processes were standardization of course was the first part of it, but being a product company, most of our processes were standardized since few decades now. But we have put in manufacturing process controls, and data-driven decision making is inculcated right up to the supervisor. So even though the supervisor is on the floor, he will not take a gut feeling based decision alone. I am not undermining gut feeling, because sometimes that spark is important, but even the supervisor would necessarily look at the data being collected, and based on that, if there is a decision of some sort of a process change, that is taken. So these both have given us a big help. And I would say for even smaller companies, where probably machining or fabrication is not really at an automated level, an ERP system, like he said, makes the first step towards a digitization where at least the data of the material being procured, material being utilized, and the product being sold is collected, is standardized, is reviewed, and decisions based on those data are taken. So these would give a very good help to any small company to try and make a more studied, more what I can say, more analyzed decision-making process.
So this will be taking steps to.
For a small company, the first step is to go for a inventory management and even before process automation, inventory and process management software, where at least those data points are collected, analyzed, and decisions are taken based on them. Then they can move to a process automation, process digitization step, and then on probably the customer management process comes from there.
Thank you, thank you. We have invited here Shailendra Sinha sir as a, we can say from the banker's point of view. So as we said, finance is basically required to every industry, and we are talking of finance. So sir, in this era basically, when we are required a lot of funds, allocate funds or allocate time and in this journey, what are the banks customized financing to help SMEs invest in advancing equipment, AI, automation, despite high initial cost? How you will address these questions basically?
So thank you very much. I first of all I endorse the view given by this four senior panelists. I think data is the core for everything. It's not related to the financial sector also data driven. Without data, I can say data is the backbone of any units, whether it's a financial unit or whether it's manufacturing units. So before coming to your point, I just want to clarify today we are gathered here to discuss on smart manufacturing. So there are so many factors to make a smart manufacturing, and the purpose is that we have to make quality product at an affordable price so that we compete in the international market. So I think there are so many components to make a affordable product at price, but I can really point out 3 or 4 major points. The first point, I think this senior panelists already discussed, how can make your product automated and cost efficient. That's a very major. If you don't change your technology with the passage of time, it should be obsolete very soon. There are a lot of examples we have in the past. And one thing I must say from the financial point of view or government point of view, we all are very much dedicated towards the Viksit Bharat 2027. And we are also very much focused. We already missed, because we moved from agriculture to service sector last two times. We missed this manufacturing service in 1991. We missed the bus in 2008, living the crisis. Now this is time after COVID, we don't want to miss this time, this manufacturing and MSME sectors. Without MSME growth, we can't go to this Viksit Bharat 2027. That's a fact, and nobody can deny this one. That's a fact. I think day before yesterday, our Prime Minister addressed this MSME, and they say how important this MSME is. So this first one. The second part in this smart manufacturing, I can say the logistic cost. I think this is also one of the major cost for this to make the product very affordable. And as per the market report or our Gadkari's statement, कि earlier this manufacturing cost consists to the 14 to 15% of the production cost, not reduced to the single digit. I think this is a great achievement. If you compare the logistic cost with the USA and European countries, that is still 14%, and China 8 to 9%. So these are time we have to logistic or other supply chain so that we can make the product very affordable. And third, a very important point is the bankers. Banker here has to be very material, and I believe if you grow, then bank will grow, because we are a business partners. And the third most component is the rate of interest. Rate of interest and loan at the affordable price and a easy access without must add. So I think like Bank of India make presentations, I can say most of all banks have a very good product for the SME sectors. Only name can differ, but product contents are more or less. And today I think you can see the MSME loan book of most of the public sector banks are growing at a quite high 20% in the conditions. And that's why I can say if minimum benchmark given by the DPS to the public sector banks.
Yeah.
So 20% growth of having a book size of, you can say more than 1,50,000 crores is not easy. So you can say every year the MSME loan books is growing more than 40,000 crores in absolute terms. So here my request to the rate of interest, that's a very important, and my request to all of you, please make your balance strong. The collateral based security time has gone. I again say the same, collateral based security time has gone. I'm not saying that we are totally denying the fact. We are still asking a collateral, but nowadays more bankers are asking for the cash flow method lending. And Government of India also come out with the lot of government and the schemes where you can take a loan up to the 20 CR. Even they are also give hybrid loan, hybrid also, where you can give some portion as the security, some portion as the savings. But for that, the reason is that you have to make your balance sheet strong. Without balance strong, it's very difficult to sustain a long. Third thing, the very important for the small, micro and small borrowers, you have simply go to the website, consumer portals, and every bank has a portals. For Bank of Baroda, we have a Digi Udyam portal site, where you can get a loan up to 50 lakhs by submitting only 3 documents. One, ITR of 1 year. Second, GST returns. Third, 1 year balance sheet of, 1 year account statement for any banks. So Government of India, every banks have come out a lot of schemes to facilitate this micro scheme. But for that, you have to make a discipline. You have your balance sheet strong, and you have to think for the long-term reasons. And here, bankers are always ready to provide all support to you because your support bank are. So we are a business partner.
Sir, we always say bankers है तो MSME है और MSME है तो bankers है. Yeah. This is very true actually. This is a win-win situation for all of us. अगर business बढ़ता है तो बैंक का business बढ़ सकता है. If banks are giving the timely and adequate financing at the affordable rates, so business will definitely grow.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a win-win for all of us.
I am saying we are a business partner.
Yeah.
So
there are few.
If I am giving a loan to you, I am not mobilizing him. In fact, he mobilizes to take loan from the bank.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Very good thoughts and very good suggestions from your side also. We have Chordiya sir here, Professor Dr. Sanjay Chordiya ji. He is the founder, president and chairman for Suryadatta Education Foundation. Please welcome sir. I'll request sir, please give your introduction in short, and then we'll move to the question.
First of all, my apology for delaying by 15 minutes for coming here. Myself Sanjay B. Chordiya, founder, president and chairman of Suryadatta Group of Institutes. I am a mechanical engineer with sandwich batch. 2 years we were in industry during that period. Why I am telling you that it will come in my next address. So after that I did management program and several management programs, PhD in environmental science. And I was working for Bajaj Tempo, currently Force Motors Limited, having affiliation with Mercedes-Benz, Daimler Chrysler, and all their sister organizations like 𝐏𝐸𝐻𝐚 Industry, 𝐏𝐸𝐻𝐚 CIK. So 20 years I have worked for full time over there. 5 years simultaneously I have started my new venture in the field of computer training with Microsoft Novell and CMS Computer. And 2004 I got relieved, and Suryadatta Education Foundation is established in the year 1999. So we have decided as a philosophy that every year we'll add one new course or one new institution in different sector or different discipline. In the education field, it is discipline.
Yeah.
Like interior design, fashion design, hotel management, cyber security, computer science, etc., etc. So at present we are having 27 different such disciplines, right from playgroup to PhD. We have around total students passed from Suryadatta Group of Institutes who are associated with leading national multinational companies in India and abroad, are more than 1 lakh students. And that is our main asset.
Yeah.
And most of the work they are doing for us, year after year they are coming and rendering their support in terms of sharing their knowledge, experiences, giving internships, and also assisting in placements to the eligible candidates. Also, I was a member of SME Chamber of India for the rest of the Maharashtra for 3 years.
You are, sir.
Yeah. And thanks to 𝐏𝐚𝐧𝐞𝐥 and you also, and the entire team of SME Chamber of India. This is what a brief introduction.
Sir, you are very closely witnessed the evolution for both academia as well as the industry.
Yes.
Okay, so we would like to your perspective. Basically, normally क्या होता है कि what people normally says कि भाई चलो ठीक है हमने इंजीनियरिंग कर लिया, हमने एजुकेशन कर लिया. When you go to the shop floor, there is a vast difference. जो किताबों में है वो actual practical में there is some sort of a difference and there is some sort of a lacuna is happening. So, what will be your suggestion for the curriculum, changes in the curriculum? How this industry and academia should go further hand on hand? So, industry will get the readily available skilled manpower.
For that, actually, not only Suryadatta, but almost all leading institutions and colleges, particular field. With again, with respect to all the panelists who are here from different field, different sectors. We at Suryadatta, basically, we have to follow the university curriculum because your entire examination, internal, external, viva, summer internships, winter internships, is going to be based on the syllabus. And normally, university syllabus is updated over every period of 3 years. But nobody has stopped any institution or college to add or bridge the gap what industry wants and what academics can give. So we have that freedom available. So matter of only having that knowledge, belongingness towards the student development and developing industry-ready professionals. So campus to corporate. So for that purpose only I mentioned initially, during our time when I did my engineering from COEP, we were second year, 1 semester, we were allowed to work for industry for 6 months. And again in the third year, 6 months. So total 1 year of experience you get with the industry, working in all the departments according to the guidelines of the manager training. And then you become industry ready over a period of time because the inculcation of getting practical exposure, that interest gets developed. What you are learning theoretically, at the same time same is getting implemented. For example, if I have learned in engineering about various manufacturing processes, maybe it's like welding or maybe working on machines, CNC machines, NC machines, transfer line, automation or FMS, etc. you get an opportunity to see that in industry. Because educational institution in India in particular have very, very limited resources. Because since last over 25 years, all the institutions or colleges, what government of Maharashtra is giving approval, is for permanently unaided self-finance institution or college. And our fee structure is also decided by the government of Maharashtra, called Fee Regulatory Authority. And they have again their own norms. But over and above, you have to also grow, and also student must get hands-on experience. So student must become an industry-ready professional so that we can start contributing for improving the bottom line of the organization from the day one. So we have started recently Viksit Bharat group of industries, where we are starting more than 100 new ventures related to various disciplines, what we are teaching in our institution, with the help of our students and the faculty members and the external mentors, maybe retired professionals, maybe housewives who have required qualification, interest and passion, with the flexible timings according to their convenience, maybe online or offline, maybe only once in a week or only 4 hours in a week or one day per week, according to their convenience. We are empaneling various mentors, guides, philosophers, what you require for starting any new venture. Of course, banks, infrastructure, and mainly the burning desire. Sir recently told your balance sheet must be very strong. I agree with you, sir. But in the first year, you can understand that normally every business we need to set up, we have some gestation period. Minimum 2 to 3 to 4 years, all depends. But you as an entrepreneur, if you have that passion, strong determination, a fire and a very strong projection, and you monitor it periodically, maybe with the help of your so-called, there are engineers, I believe, in working in various banks who do the complete analysis before issuing the loan also. If they monitor and support and guide and mentor, like the same kind of a support I will expect from industry also, to allow them to work in industry. Because what industrial setup they will have in Europe, in various other countries, advanced countries, if you enter in their university, you will find more than 50% of the place is occupied by various machineries, equipment, research centers, which are either established by the corporates or by the alumni, or maybe as a policy of the government, or maybe by virtue of having huge allowable surplus. Like we have various restrictions. There, for example, in USA, when I did my program in leadership in higher education, professor age was 75, 80 also. Here at the age of 60, when the professor has the maximum experience, his superannuation period starts. At the age of 65, director principals get retired. But he is physically fit. He has a willingness to teach. Like businessman, if you can see today's businessman, maybe we can take case of maybe Anil Agarwal, for example, starting from a very small place from Mumbai and now becoming a billionaire, and having a huge empire in UK particularly and across the globe. So like that, there are several examples are there. Opportunity is very important, and competing with your own self on a daily basis and listening to all these higher or intellectual sources in the relevant field. Like you have given this opportunity, our around 20 plus students from business management and computer application, they have come. Now having come here, some impression gets registered in their mind. Yes, today or tomorrow I have to do something. And they should come, they should sit here on one of these days and address the gathering. So that kind of opportunity we give every day. Today only I have come from an event of our Suryadatta College of Physiotherapy, where we have started entrepreneurship development cell of the first year batch. And it was also white coat ceremony, like we celebrate convocation program, degree. So here is the welcome ceremony by wearing the white coat, that is the apron. So they immediately go in different feeling, and they feel that now the more responsibility has come. How to behave, how to talk, what are the requirements of hospitality sector, etc. According to me, if the person or the student or the startup person, his projections are very strong, And if he is really honest, genuine, and technologically sound, ethically he is also very sound person. And if he is ready to compete with his own self, automatically banks or the financial institutions or the CSR funding agencies will come to his place and offer the funding. So he should not be dependent only on the banks. He should have that own strong determination. This is my startup project. Under any circumstances, I have to be successful in this field. Everything else will follow.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Therefore, industry-ready professional is the responsibility of the educational institution. It is also a responsibility of the industry people and the SME sector. When you talk about SME sector in Pune, so SME sector Pune, it cannot be Pune. So Pune means it's Maharashtra, and Maharashtra means India. Pune is a educational hub also. Pune is an industrial hub also. Mumbai, of course, is the commercial capital of our country. But Pune is having huge potential, and the new PMRD zone which government has declared is having total, maybe in terms of area, in terms of number of industries, in terms of skilled and trained manpower availability from all across the Maharashtra. Students are coming to study in Pune.
Yes.
So huge knowledge resource base is available. The need is there of us also, from our side also, from industry also, from organizations like yours also, to continuously give them an opportunity to take part and transform their personality to become an entrepreneur.
So that's the reason, if you have seen, we have done a lot of activities, we are doing a lot of conferences, knowledge sharing programs,
Regularly.
and where we are, whenever we do the program in Pune or it may be in Nashik or it may be in Kolhapur, we involve the youth, to involve the students. So they will get the basically knowledge and this kind of expertise, guidance, and how they can go ahead in their next journey.
Definitely, yes. And
Yeah.
I have seen SME Chamber very closely since last over 10 years.
Yeah.
And you have now chapters in Rajasthan also. Last month also,
Yes.
this program in Rajasthan.
Yes.
So we really appreciate that. And I'm sure that everybody agree with me the kind of efforts SME Chamber of India is taking in bringing all government people also, ministry people also.
So falling to this question, sir, basically the government is also giving a major thrust on the skill development. Okay, I will come to these experts also. So, what are the basically curriculum or the what was it? Threads government has decided. Manja welder hai ye, different criteria they have given and different courses they have started. Yeah. Is there basically really helpful to the industry? Is there some sort of a gap, or is there it needs to be enhanced next level? Because क्या हो रहा है कि अभी ये जो ट्रेनिंग हो रहा है ये मेरे ख्याल से बेसिक ट्रेनिंग कुछ हो रहा है. Yeah. So any suggestions you would like to give to the government?
Yes, definitely, because nowadays, due to the technological development,
Yeah.
a lot of innovation, virtually almost every year new products are coming in different sectors, which used to be earlier in 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, and nowadays maybe 1 year or every month for that matter. Either some modifications are happening, advancements is taking place. So all the students and also the knowledge wealth of the organizations, I mean employees, human capital, they should be always updated with respect to the new technology, which is going to be required to compete the global market.
Yeah.
Now when it comes to automobile, for example, like Tata Motors is there, they have TACO as a division. They are the vendors not only to Tata company, but they are vendors to many automobile industries across the globe, including in India. So they have also started ancillary units. And the group turnover, my friend is heading that division, Arvind Goel, the vice chairman. The group turnover is 35,000 crore, which is not a turnover of many large-scale companies also. So Bharat Forge, for example, because of the technological advancements and diversification in the field of defense from only manufacturing of forgings, when they were having turnover of 60 crore, the automobile companies to whom they were supplying front axle, rim, stub axle, crankshaft, etc., their turnover is to be 10-15% maximum of the respective automobile industry. For example, Tata Motors, Bajaj Tempo, maybe Bajaj Auto. Now their turnover is 30,000 crore, out of which majority of the turnover is coming from the defense field. So technologically they have advanced. Whatever imported goods for the defense purpose we used to import. Government has showcased all those goods which we are
Yeah.
importing, and in the phased manner, they have completely indigenized those products. Initially, they have imported SKDs, CKDs, and then slowly they have indigenized.
We will come to that point, sir, in the next question. So, coming to Bhattnagar, sir, you have done a lot of exports also. So, how basically smart manufacturing help your organization to meet international standards, and which areas still need further technology upgrades? What are your views on this?
Sir, let me clarify one thing. Maybe the thought process few years back is the local clients in India, maybe quality is so-so.
Yeah.
For the export, it should be mirror-like.
Mirror-like, yeah.
I am dealing with Tata, I am dealing with Bharat Forge, I am dealing with L&T, I am dealing with Mahindra. They are world-class players. So whatever I am producing, either it is going to local or it is going to export. My quality is same. One thing is very clear in industry, that quality has to be superior irrespective of the clients in India or abroad.
Abroad.
Okay. With the current scenario of war between Russia and Ukraine, or Israel and Hamas, and latest in Iran, we face a lot of challenges for the cost, for the distance traveled, maybe you can say lead time, or some of the documentation which are added. So you might be knowing that the Suez Canal, which is taking around 12 to 15% of the international trade. When there was an attack by the Houthi rebels on some of the ships, assuming those ships are either from UK or from US. So there was a terror in the Suez Canal, and the businessmen were avoiding sending the material through Suez Canal. Rather, they were taking the route of Africa route, which is almost 10 to 50 days more than the Suez Canal route. So earlier it was around 30 days, now it is around 40-45 days. So
irrespective the cost also.
yes, so cost is almost double, triple. So even the cost is high, even the lead time is 30 to 45 days, business never stops. Business is increasing, export is increasing, import is increasing. And there are certain documentation like what has given the sanction on Russia. So we were asked to produce many documents on company letterhead with the signature that that thing is from Russia as an import. So we have given so many documents in order to clear from the custom department. But still, all these juggleries we are doing, but business is on the top. Neither we are compromising, nor the clients are compromising. So my summation is that export, we are doing okay, we are careful, but even Indian clients are very smart. They are world-class players. All these names are there. I am doing the defense business for Bharat Forge, defense business for L&T, Mahindra, Tata. So a lot of defense work we are doing. So quality is at par. There is no extra thing what we are taking care for the export. This is my submission.
You want to say something?
Yeah, because particularly for India, its population, its knowledge wealth, and present government policies, which are so much favorable, user-friendly, and as sir suggested, the ease of doing business across all states is happening with the central government decision. So even there is a crisis or any global developments or war-like situation, maybe for a few days, few hours, we will face. That is the general mindset. But immediately our think tank mainly in central government, and again to them, to all the respective state government, they will come up with an idea where there is an opportunity for increasing business only. The business is growing, in spite whatever situation is happening, particularly in India. India is not at all getting affected. You can see or you can read, but watch the news. Everywhere, each and every sector is growing. Forget about the prices of gold and share market. That also for a period of few days, few hours. Again, you will find there will be an increase in all sectors. Because the sir has told about the shipment cost. The basic cost of the product remains same. Only the shipment cost, when they export from there or when we export from here, our material cost of the product cost is fixed. Only the free on board FOB price or CI price, which include cost, insurance and freight. Those charges are only going to be increased. Then what opportunity or what benefit our Indian government will offer, like they did few months before. They have reduced the excise GST from 28% to 18%, 18% to maybe 10% or maybe 5%. So immediately the 10 to 15% price reduction has taken place overall. And in spite of that, if you see the yesterday's newspaper, you will find 1,81,000 crore is the GST collection. So instead of reducing the 10% GST, so India has a lot of brains. Indians are pure businessmen. And accordingly, we are taking the decision. Government is taking the decision and supporting directly and indirectly to all the manufacturers from different segments, different sectors, maybe to the service sectors also. And anything and everything, whatever is possible, they are doing.
So Amit, what do you want to say on this?
I'll add a few things on this. Not just for export, as rightly said,
Yeah.
but even for domestic corporates, smart manufacturing has actually helped a lot. We started off with saying that data is the key. So initially, all the manufacturing was based on the skill set of the labor. Now that has, I won't say it's been obliterated, but now the skill set has moved to the machines. So accuracy, precision, repeatability has increased a lot, which gives and of course with the standardization of design itself. So it gives a guarantee of what your product is going to be. Someone was talking about, I think Mr. Shri spoke about what the balanced scorecard. So now people are actually tracking what is their rejection percentages. So that makes a big difference, and that has helped. Bottom line is cost, of course. So that has helped reduce your cost. And smart manufacturing gives you an access to the data and also points to the direction in which you need to make those changes. So smart manufacturing has certainly helped us achieve what we set out to in terms of productivity and profitability. I would also like to add something about the earlier question about skill development.
Yeah.
In today's scenario, the government of Maharashtra specifically, the skill development ministry in Maharashtra for sure, has also opened up skill development courses to the industry themselves.
Yes.
So with the collaboration of ITIs and the industry taking, let's say, IMC chair positions or adopting ITIs, you get an option of creating your own course, and it doesn't have to be one amongst the stipulated courses that the ITIs have. So you can design your own course, you can design a specific small duration course as well. The certificate comes from the government, and you can give the expertise from the industry. This helps in a way that the student or whoever is taking up the course is also assured that the certificate has validity. It's not an industry specific certificate. So he or she learns that course, takes up the job with the industry which has usually taken the effort to design the course, but the option is open to move to anything that the person feels better. So the skill development ministry today has certainly opened up doors to industry specific course development, and that has also helped some of them. I mean, I know a couple of industries who have actually.
Because, I
designed
mean,
those
why
courses.
I ask this question, because we are working from the perspective of the organizations, and we are giving a lot of inputs to the government. Okay, so we wanted to understand basically what are the problems faced by the industries and where we can address those questions with the government. Because see, ultimately government is saying we are doing the skill development, we are doing the skill development, we are doing the programs and everything. But whether this is basically helping to the industry or not, that is much more important.
No, the generic.
You must agree with me.
Yeah. See, to be honest with you, problems are aplenty. I mean, if you ask me to list down probably, I'll list down at least a few thousand. But then there is also answers. He was very right in saying that Indians are indigenous, they will come up with answers for everything. And even the government being from Indians, they have realized that the industry needs to create their own courses. So that is good, though not many have taken it up. So ITIs still are giving some courses which are not necessarily in tune with what the industry needs today. So there is a lot of learning or unlearning and relearning when they get into the industry. But some things are changing. With the new education policy also, some things are changing, and we'll be getting better and better courses where we actually get skills which are needed by the. So gap between the academia and the industry is, I won't say it is shortened yet, but it's shortening. So we are getting closer to what the need actually is. So it is helping. I mean, coming back to your question, yes, we need to put it up to the government that this needs to be pushed more.
Yeah.
But the direction is certainly a right direction. So what they have done is a good one.
Thank you. So I come to the.
If you really want to give suggestions to the government, then definitely government takes care of your valuable inputs, which I observed in the last 1 decade. Smart technology specifically in manufacturing sector. If I talk particularly about maybe cyber security, artificial intelligence, data science, or fintech, in this somewhere we are lagging compared to the European countries. We are depending on many products which require to import and therefore sometimes technological development which is easily possible with the help of the government, because the investment involved is in the range of more than 10,000 to 50,000 crore to manufacture a particular product which is required maybe for telecom industry, maybe which is required for robotics and drone development technology. So today there is a need of investment, because this only government can do it, or leaders like Tata, L&T, Shri, Bharat, etc. But again there are limitations. The lead time from initial development to getting the finished product as per the international standard. Sorry to say, but we are not up to date in this particular field. Is minimum 4 to 5 years, considering all the processes which are involved into that. So here, if government, if from your side the suggestion goes, where they can take help of corporate giants like Tata and all, who are reputed players, Shailendra, etc., and involve them in development of these projects much faster than what otherwise it would take time. It will be really grateful and can save a lot of foreign exchange.
So if you observe, basically post-COVID, there are a lot of restrictions for travel. Okay. So we used to have some sort of import machinery over here, and we don't have that technology, we don't have that knowledge and know-how for us. कुछ भी अगर प्रॉब्लम हो जाता है मशीन में, तो भाई जो मशीन सेल करता है, इट मे बी फ्रॉम द चाइना, इट मे फ्रॉम द जर्मनी, और इट मे बी फ्रॉम द अदर कंट्रीज, दे यूज्ड टू कम हियर एंड दे यूज्ड टू रिपेयर एंड एवरीथिंग एंड देन दे गो. So time frame was very high. So we have suggestion given to the government also कि भाई अभी कुछ भी प्रोजेक्ट नहीं आते हैं तो you bring it with the technology. So likewise we can talk to the government in that aspect also. So coming to the Nagesh sir, when we are talking about the smart manufacturing, we need to have some sort of a sustainable manufacturing also.
Yes.
Yeah. So what will be your suggestion and what will be your thoughts? I would like to hear from the panelists.
Thoughts regarding
Sustainable manufacturing.
sustainable manufacturing, yes.
Because we are competing with the global market.
True.
Okay, and there are a lot of competition is happening
Yes.
from the China or some of the other countries also.
Yes.
How India can manufacture the product that will be sustainable into the global market for a very long time? When we are talking about the Viksit Bharat and making India as a manufacturing hub.
Yeah, the technologies are every day coming, and to have and that means the life cycle of a product is reducing. You produce a product and after 2 years it disappears from the market. That is the strength of technology, and this is very difficult. I understand sustainability from the point of view of the material. The material which we use for any product what we have, it should be possible for us to get back that material once the product disappears from the market, and that will strengthen the eco-friendliness of the industry. With the we will maintain our material strength which is available from the Mother Earth, and this material we have to preserve for a long time. That is the sustainability. Otherwise the industry will not be, if I do not recover the material. For example, in Japan, Toyota is once the car is rejected or once it goes out of road, the material is recovered. There is a full-fledged plant to recover that material. Each and everything is recovered from this. I think while we make products, we should learn how to recover our material from this once it goes out of market. And if I want to make my business sustainable, I have to continuously work on the new technologies. I have to understand that yes, today it is a mechanical, then the electronics plays a role into this, and this electronics has made the life of many people very difficult, because firstly it's not a simple science. It requires a really different energy, different understanding of it, but we have to grow our say suppose today there are 50% people students who are opting for something. We should force them to go for electronics. Why I say force? Because it is required. We require lot many people, lot many students to come to understand electronic basic sciences. Yes, that we have to. That is our skill set. Say earlier, as my colleague has said, that skill set people, the people were rather they had skills to produce the quality goods, but that skill has been forced on those people, on our ancestors. That skill has been forced because no machine was available. Today machines are there who understand a micron, half a micron they can understand. They can work for that, they can produce, and not one product continuously for days together. So so that skill has been transferred to the machine, and that is the intelligence of human being, that he has transferred that skill to the machine. And now to manage those machines, we should have skill set. There should be many other people who should produce machines which will really work without human intervention. And such machines were available in Israel 25 years before. They were producing cutting tools, and the holders for the cutting tools in a very small, maybe half size of this hall, even 1/4 size of this hall. A line was there, it was making a tool holder, but it was manless. We used to hear noise, and finally you used to find a very fine tool holder at the end of the line. So we had to create that situation, and we had to learn to do that. So skill set upgradation is continuous process, and that's what I feel.
Related to sustainability. It's a very relative term. Sustainability in terms of your own job, sustainability in terms of survival of your own industry, sustainability in terms of technology, sustainability in terms of the product life, sustainability in terms of everything what is related to different fields. Yeah. Basically, ESG concept you must be knowing, which is emerging. 17 sustainable goals, all of us know. When the entire universe sustains, then only we are going to be sustainable. So from that point of view also, right from water to trees to air, everything. So everything has to be sustainable. For that sustainable mindset has to be there. Very good example, most of us sitting over here, all the futuristic professionals, are spending on an average 10 to 12 hours time at their workplace. Average, I am telling you. Physically for 8 hours, 1 and 2 hours maybe while coming and going, or maybe after office hours also. And rest of the very few hours time we are actually having for our own self, family and personal entertainment, etc. So if you love your job, if you love your workplace, if you really enjoy what you are doing, the outcome of the product, outcome of your own efforts is going to be such. And the example is Steve Jobs. The product which he has developed, the whole brand Apple, he has not only developed it technologically, aesthetically also. Still that logo comes in front of our mind. He is not there today. He has gone through lots of ups and downs. Everybody knows about it. All of us must have read his biography. But the Apple product is sustainable.
So Sinha sir, you want to say something on that?
Yeah.
Sir has covered most of the point, and I can say another way, it's a passionate ownership.
Yeah.
If you have a passionate ownership with your work,
Absolutely.
I think every case is. Second, I think on 3rd March, our Honorable Prime Minister has rightly pointed out, for sustainability, we have to more invest on the research and development. So that's where, at least at present, Indian companies are not much focused in this segment. So if you have to make any sustainability, then you have to invest more and more on R&D. And sir has very rightly pointed out that Indian brains are very smart. I think lot of very good examples. If you see this, as we already know, India is a domestic consumption market. And 60 to 65% is the domestic consumption. So that's the reason that India is growing a rate of more than 7% in spite of all this geopolitical headwinds. So this segment and present this 140 to 140 share population, earlier it was sometimes we consider as a liability, now it's a blessing in disguise for us. And the average age of Indians is approx between 28 to 29, and 60% of population are in the working age. So that is a strength of India at present. That's why most of the country are very eager to sign a free trade agreement. So India is a huge market for them. आपको कहाँ मिलेगा where 140 population is there? You see, recently we crossed this Germany by GDP, okay, and very soon we are going to by 2030 we are going to surpass Germany also, okay. If you see what is the reason for Germany, if you analyze the reason, Germany export oriented unit has badly affected in the last so many years. Their GDP growth is approx less than 1%. And the most important part, the working age of people in Germany is more than 60 more than 60 to 70 years, average age in Germany. That's why the factory are shutting due to the lack of workers. So that's the state of India.
So one more point I just wanted to discuss with you. You can throw some light on this. See, financing is basically, as I said, I'll come to again on the financing part. See, a lot of industries have some sort of intellectual properties. They don't have some sort of collateral, some sort of other skills they may not be fitted. What is your thought on this? How we can support them from the banking channel to grow their businesses?
Okay, so before coming to this point, I just take 1 minute time to just mention one point that is very important. That's the government of India is thinking at that side, even though we are number 4th largest country in the GDP terms, and very soon going to the 3rd largest company. But if you see the per capita income, Germany per capita income is 12 times more than India. We have, I think, 2,800 something. So Germany is, Japan is 12 times more than this one. Even Germany is the 20 times ahead with us in per capita income. To reach Viksit Bharat by 2047 having 30 trillion economy and per capita income approx 18 to $19,000. So for that purpose, this MSME is the only sector where we have to push. So that's why if you see even because we are able to the Ministry of Finance and DFS, they are more and more focused on the MSME. First thing. Second thing, for micro and small, one thing we have to understand ki to create employer is a job of everyone. As a banker, I think it's my job. We have to create employer. If we can sanction one mudra loan of maybe 5 lakhs, 10 lakhs, 40, 30 lakhs, whatever it may be, any amount, at least I am able to create 4 employment. Instead of giving big loan, that is also very important part. So I am thinking that point of view. If I am giving sanction any loan, if that unit runs successfully, that get employment. And in this way, this new middle class is coming in the upper middle class, and that will create further multiplied in economy. First, now your questions. Nowadays, I think up to 20 CR or 2 CR some amount There is no need for collateral. No need for the collateral. I agree
on that.
I'm coming to your point because whenever I address my staff, I can say ki why collateral? Collateral is important because by collateral your scheme is the project. Now, I am saying that this is different way. If you are taking any collateral, if they can't tomorrow go back. Even I am taking 100% collateral security. If tomorrow I can't go into bad, to realize that collateral security, it takes months. Sometimes years. Even that, we are not going to realize the full amount. But if you go for this government CTM scheme, this is a beautiful scheme. And if you are paying the premium on the right time, you will get at least 60%, 70%, whatever, maybe within the month time. So this is just a change of your thought process. Thought process only. If you take this initiative loan, if you pay the premium, I think my colleague who is coming from this, so you can get the premium within a short time. So collateral is not at all absolute necessary for at least the small business. My thought is very crystal clear.
Sir, your thought is crystal clear. From ground level, the reality is that there's a lot of much difference in the ground reality.
So
I think there should be some sort of orientation has to be done from the banker point of view.
I think
because I was discussing with sir also. What he says is it's not a thing कि जो sanctioning authority है, the sanctioning authority is not
फिर से कह रहा हूँ कि why you are going to sanction bank? Why you are going to the bank? Any bank? You go to the Jan Samarth portal. You go to the Jan Samarth, it's an online platform. And if once you log in Jan Samarth portal, banker will call you. Because banker has to either sanction or reject. So now we are in the back foot. But thing is that for that we have to just I told you we have I think Bob Udemy. So we are up to 50 lakhs, am I right? Bob did them. So up to 50 lakhs, you have to simply upload 3 documents. 1 year ITR, 1 year GST, and this 1 year bank statement. That's all. One sanction. And in fact, I told you, I think our Defense Secretary, Mr. Nagaraju sir, has also make this platform from where you can get up to 2 CR digital sanction. So lot of online platform is there. There is no need to go to the bank.
You're absolutely right, sir, because other banks also have to contact the...
This is for all banks.
All banks.
If any bank is saying this policy not in a bank, it's absolutely telling you.
And I am very agree with you because your bank was the first bank who has started the different schemes and the digitized also very fast. Because I agree with you. I am a customer of your bank. I hold a savings account with your bank. जब से आपका ये ऐप आया हुआ है, मॉब ऐप आया हुआ है, आई थिंक 15 साल हो गए मैं ब्रांच में कभी देखने नहीं है. This is a we can say technology driven platform and we are used to it and we are getting it. So last question, quick question.
A very small and personal suggestion to the bankers that let all the formats, all the nationalized bank, they should have everything as a standard. Every bank has a different this thing. KYC form is 100 types of KYC forms for all the banks. So
standard application form.
We have to first listen to their view.
no, but perhaps it is possible. It is possible that we may.
Comprehensive KYC of the every Indians, and that should be public domain. So if we can make this one comprehensive KYC of every individual in public domain, it will save lot of time, lot of the cost. So this is also in the pipeline. I think very soon you will find one KYC for all of us, and that is approved for all the banks. Second thing, sir, you have very rightly pointed out one format, because for schematic lending like retail, I think most of the bank has one same format. But corporate on MSME, still we are in nascent stage and every bank has different format. But your suggestion is very valid. And I think up to 2 CR, I think very soon, up to 2 CR, you will find that will also go to the digital lending. There is no need to any interface with any bank.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. So I'll come to the last question. So what are, after this signing of the agreements, FTA, free trade agreements and other treaties, which sectors and which market, global market, you seems to be promising, and how Indian manufacturers can take a benefit of it? So my question to all the expertise. You can
Take
say.
it up first if you don't mind. The free trade agreement with Europe is going to be a game changer, and I'm not talking about the developed part, or I mean the most advanced or the leading economies of Europe like Germany, UK, or the I mean UK doesn't fall in Europe, but then we also have a treaty with UK today. But the Southern Europe and Eastern Europe is going to be a good market, though the population is less. There's huge development opportunities. So manufacturing from all sectors practically would have a good opportunity there. The US free trade agreement still is in a shaky situation, so can't comment on that yet. But UK as well as European free trade agreements will help practically all manufacturing sectors. The condition, of course, will be to stick to the right kind of quality. I mean, that's one thing where Europe as well as UK would be very demanding. And for Europe, there are also some certain other conditions like the duty on steel, there are conditions about carbon neutrality and so on and so forth. But still, practically every sector has a very good option. Of course, agriculture being one of the leading ones there. But I'm talking about industry per se. So manufacturing industry, I would say that all B2B as well as B2C industries are going to have a great time in the developing parts of the comparatively lesser developed parts of Europe, like Southern Europe and the Eastern Europe.
So according to me,
Yeah.
we should do our SWOT analysis of our country's strength and weaknesses versus other countries' strength weaknesses, maybe in terms of export, import, natural resources available over there, technology available over there, manpower availability over there. As you said, population is aging in many countries, including Japan and all. So for India is like a developed country when it comes to African market, when it comes to maybe Southeast Asia, again related to different sectors. So what resources, strength we have in different domains, maybe agriculture, maybe manufacturing, maybe supply chain related, and what that country doesn't have, that is an opportunity, immediate opportunity available for us to encash the strength of India, manpower, the natural resources, the technology available with us, and several other parameters related to different sectors. I see that the potential area. And of course, the European markets, wherever like IT field, medical field, healthcare sector, and manpower related, due to aging population, there lies a good opportunity for India to become and achieve our goal of Viksit Bharat 2047, maybe 2037.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course, I'm enjoying business with Europe, many countries. Like my colleague said, USA is a shaky right now. Apart from that, there are a lot of compliances required. Like we are doing even 𝐏𝐴𝐚𝐧𝐿. So 𝐏𝐴𝐚𝐽 is the world's largest body, which gives the rating for business sustainability. And for the information of everyone, it is founded in 2007 in Paris, which evaluate for your business, your ethical, sustainable procurement, human touch, everything. And for every question, there is a document required to be inserted, so that there's nothing what you are saying just for saying. So, and in fact, it is basically supporting Industry 4.0. So let me clarify for everyone, Industry 4.0 and Industry 5.0. 4.0 was focusing on robotics, automation, machines, so too much it was there. And there was a fear of job loss for the workers or the employees. It was focusing on AI, it was focusing on IoT, it was focusing on data analysis, The challenges were that there is a fear of job loss. The second was because of the automated production, there are a lot of scrap generated, and because of the scrap generated, there is a challenge with the environmental issues. So 5.0 is basically countering the association of human innovation with machine collaboration. So there is no job loss, and this is focusing for the human touch. Secondly, once you are going for the controlled production, there will be less rejection, and automatically it is supporting the environment. So I am, as a company, is enjoying more for European business, and we are ready to follow what are the compliances, and that is true for the US. Thank you.
Yeah, from the from this free trade agreements, it is automotive, that too electric vehicles is the market, and Mahindra has proved by exporting around 35,000 vehicles to Thailand from their Nasik plant. I think that is the sign where we are going to stand, and it is one of the best field and also very closely known to me. Thank you.
So the floor is open for the discussion and question and answer. If you have any question to the panelists, please go ahead.
Good evening, everybody. Actually, sir, like your two questions. One, you were mentioning about that sustainability point and connecting with business to Europe. I didn't catch the two words, whether it was Eastern Europe and Southern Europe. So if both can help me expand. One is the sustainability. Like one of the product verticals which we are manufacturing is eco-friendly products. So if you can just help me expand on that. And to you, sir, like you mentioned, Europe, the eastern and southern part, I didn't get the word. So if you could just help me throw light on that, sir. Thank you.
The reason, I'll take the answer first, but the reason I said Southern and Eastern Europe is because basically the countries, even Italy, Spain, though they are pretty advanced, compared to Germany and France, it's easier to get into these markets, and that's where there's also a lot of, I'll say the population is higher, so there is scope there for our products to go in. I'm talking about B2C products primarily here. For B2B, Spain is a big market, Italy is a big market, so even there that doesn't change the scenario. On the Eastern Europe side, all the countries of the CIS region are still in a semi-developed, or I mean they consider themselves to be developed countries or almost developed countries, but they are in the process of being there. So a lot of infrastructure is actually still coming up. There is lots of a scope for, because being smaller countries, they don't have necessarily all manufacturing at their own end. So there's a lot of market. Even a market like Poland is doing really well in terms of their own developments, and opens up a lot of markets for companies from India selling products across the market, across the product segments. So these regions are actually pretty good. For developed country like Germany, it's actually the other way around. They are under a lot of stress because of the overall euro is sustained because of Germany, so they are under a lot of stress, and there is also a lot of slowdown in their own growth rates. So for us, a better market would be the eastern and the southern parts of Europe.
So we'll have one group photograph, and
from SME Chamber of India, thank you so much for members, delegates, and of course our guest, panelists. सगळ्यांना थँक्यू सो मच. आणि आजचा कार्यक्रम इथे छान पद्धतीने संपलाय. थँक्यू.